Welcome to our deep dive, everyone.
Welcome along to the deep dive. And our job today, basically boil all that down to the essentials for the Rome V86 races. That's June 11th.
And it's a big one, right? There's that 12 million SEK jackpot floating around. Adds a bit of spice.
Definitely add spice.
Yeah.
So yeah, think of this as your quick guide. We're going to walk you through every race, V86 1 right to V86 8. And for each one, we'll flag the horses. Or the analysis really points to the likely winners, the main challengers, and importantly, maybe some surprises. We're really focusing on where all this info seems to agree.
It's about finding that consensus, yeah. Cutting through the noise and giving you the actionable bits from everything you provided.
Okay, let's get stuck in. V86 1, it kicks things off, a Class 1 race, decent level.
Right, and it's over the longer trip, 20 to 640 meters, auto start, so behind the gate.
Okay. And looking at the analysis, who's standing out?
Well, one name comes up again and again, Ideal Stone. It's easy, he's really hit a purple patch. The winning streak. Exactly. And apparently looks even better since switching trainers. Won well last time out. He's definitely the one they all seem to think you need to beat.
But it doesn't sound like a one-horse race based on the material.
No, not at all. Several others get strong mentions. Quick Bow, for instance. Loads of talent there. High capacity, but maybe a touch inconsistent recently. That's what the analysis suggests.
Okay.
The big plus for him, though, is the good draw. That helps.
And others?
Yeah, Giuliminencio. Sources say he's really stepped up this year, developed a lot, could be right there. And Mando Gowan, too, flagged as being in absolute top form, improving significantly.
Interesting. Now, what about finding a bit of value? Any potential surprises the analysis picked up on?
Definitely. Noble Express is one. Now, he is stepping up in class, which might put some people off.
Right.
But look at his records. 7 wins from 13 starts. That's, pretty impressive. Some sources reckon he could be underestimated here.
Okay, good shout. Anyone else?
Quattro Hollerid. He's actually a stablemate to the favorite, Ideal Stone. Had a good run last time, and there's specific mention of a potential shoe change being interesting. Keep an eye on that.
A shoe change, okay.
And maybe 9 Points King. He's had some breaks, which isn't ideal, but he's been racing against really tough horses. Might be better than his recent form looks on paper.
So, wrapping up V86 1, Ideal Stone is strong, yes, but the consensus seems to be it's pretty open beyond him. That longer distance adds something too.
Yeah, exactly. It's not straightforward. Lots of capable challengers like Quick Bow, Giuliminencio, Mando Gowan, and those potential surprises like Noble Express. The favorite's respected, but definitely not seen as unbeatable.
Makes for an interesting start. Okay, let's shift gears completely. V86 2, cold-blooded mares, Sleipner Cup final.
Right, and this one's trickier. 2,140 meters, but it's a vault start, standing start, different lines, plus handicaps.
The handicaps always complicates things. So who does the analysis focus on here?
It seems to boil down to a main group of 3. Hertigan and Stone is one. Really tough mare, got class, doesn't mind doing the work mid-race. But she's got that handicap. Starts quite a way back. That's the big challenge for her.
Okay, who else is in that top group?
Minta VS. Big advantage for her is post 1 in the first group. The analysis gives her a massive chance to grab the lead early.
And potentially stay there.
Yeah, suggests she could control things for a long time from the front.
And the third one?
Brenda Victoria. Known for her speed. And she's tough handles racing frequently. Importantly, she actually beat one of the other main contenders recently, so the form's solid.
Okay, that's the main trio. Anyone else the sources highlighted?
Biplek Tilly gets mentioned. Seems her ability's right up there with the main group. Finished really close to one of them not long ago. Hug Decibel, also noted for having high capacity.
And for those looking for bigger odds, any long shot?
Or Blomster is flagged as interesting. Now, she has been breaking stride lately, that's the worry.
Right.
But when she trots cleanly, she's actually beaten some of these favorite horses before. So it's a risk, but the potential is there. And maybe Empty Flora. Showed some good signs recently, and positive comments about her driver's form might mean she could outrun her odds.
So V86 2, complex race. Handicaps, volt start. You've got that core group, especially Minta VS, with the potential lead. But the whole setup just feels like it allows for surprises, doesn't it? The analysis seems to agree there's room for others to get involved.
Absolutely. Lots of moving parts.
No.
Okay, V86 3, another cold-blood race, but totally different feel. Sprint distance, 1,640 meters, auto start.
Speed from the gate is crucial here, then.
You bet. And the analysis points very strongly towards 2 horses. Alm Kevin looks like a standout favorite.
Yeah. What makes him stand out?
Recent wins were apparently very impressive, beat some really high-class rivals, including one horse that would be, massively favored in this actual race. Seems he can win from anywhere, too.
Wow, okay. And the main challenger.
That looks like Nordby Eldy, described as really fast, expected to be sent forward hard from the start.
Try and get the lead.
Or at least be right up there. And he's been racing against the absolute best recently, so he's battle-hardened. Statistically, both Kevin and Nordby Eldy just leaped out from the data provided.
So heavily focused on those two. Anyone else get a look in from the sources?
Bragison is mentioned. Could be interesting if he gets a good spot early, like the lead, or maybe sitting right behind the leader, the pocket.
Okay.
And Revital.
Yeah.
Consistent form. Some analysis suggests he could be in the mix with a perfect trip, but there's maybe a slight question mark across the sources about whether he's quite top class enough to win this specific grade.
So V86-3 feels dominated by Kevin and Nordby Eldy, but that short distance auto start means it's going to be fast early.
Oh, yeah. Blazing fast. And the analysis notes that dynamic could shake things up. If those front two battle too hard, maybe it sets up for someone else. It's a factor.
Right. Interesting tactical element. Okay, let's move to V86-4, Class 2. Back to 2,140 meters, auto start.
Yep. And again, the analysis seems to really focus on two main contenders here.
Who are they?
First is Lamore Maris. Showed his class before, got wins on his record, ran a really good second last time behind a very talented horse.
Expected to improve from that run.
That's the suggestion.
Yeah.
And if he finds the front, the analysis implies he'll be tough to get past.
Okay. And the other main one?
Killer Rain. Now, the descriptions for him are strong, terrifically good, high speed.
Sounds promising.
But he broke stride last time out. In a big race, too.
Yeah.
That's the question mark. The consensus is if he behaves, if he trots all the way, he's incredibly capable.
Yeah.
A major threat.
Right, the if factor. Anyone else mentioned in the material?
Lyle Mears gets a mention, but sounds like he needs a lot of luck from that inside post. Ugali is fascinating.
How so?
Loads of talent, apparently. Very capable horse, but reliability issues. Big time.
Break stride.
Seems like it. But the analysis is clear. When he puts it together, he can compete. So definite long shot potential if you think today's the day he behaves. Also, Leglegen noted for winning recently.
So V86-4 analysis points to Lamore Maris and Killer Rain, but Killer Rain's recent break makes him a bit risky.
Adds uncertainty, yeah. And there's maybe some debate in the sources whether Lamore Maris has quite the same raw top speed as Killer Rain when Killer Rain is on song.
So if the top two slip up.
Exactly. Others like Ugali, if he behaves, or the improving Leglegen could definitely come into play.
That Ugali factor is intriguing for value seekers. Okay, V86-5, Class 3, standard distance again, 2,140-meter auto start.
Right, and this one looks pretty open, based on the sources. Several horses get strong mentions.
Like who?
Melby Mowgli is one. He's actually undefeated, developing nicely.
Sounds good, the catch.
This is definitely his toughest race so far. Big step up. And interestingly, the inside draw, post one with the auto start, is flagged as maybe being a bit tricky for him, perhaps getting away smoothly.
Okay. Who else?
Basic structure. He's shown he can handle tougher races than this before. Analysis expects him to be finishing strongly, especially if they go quick early. His underlying numbers, the stats, look pretty solid too.
Gotcha.
Then there's Griffin's Wine. Some analysis gives him a decent shot, especially if he can get to the lead. And a key point, trying barefoot, no shoes on his front feet for the first time. That's always interesting.
That is interesting. Any others in form?
Legal Eagle Sisu. He's won his last two starts, looked good doing it, so definitely in form.
What about potential surprises or long shots here?
Magic Bourbon. Won easily last time. Could get overlooked because of a slightly awkward draw, maybe. Also, a driver change is noted, which could be positive. Charmin, Mine, and Dima Mark also get mentioned as having potential or being interesting at bigger odds.
So V86-5 sounds wide open. The undefeated favorite has questions to answer with the class rise and the draw. Multiple others have form or potential equipment changes.
Yeah, seems like a race where a few different horses could genuinely win if things fall right for them. Lots of possibilities.
Okay, on to V86-6, another Sleipner Cup final for the Cold Bloods. Volt start handicaps again. Sounds like a quality race.
Described as a high-class final in the sources, yeah. So, good horses throughout.
Who's highlighted here?
Yarv Suricard. Big mentions for his development and current form. Seen as having a real shot at a top finish.
Yeah.
But, like all these handicap races, needs a bit of luck from his starting spot.
Sure. Who else?
Goroso Shaman. Noted for good pace, developing well, won his first race over here in Sweden, which is positive. Analysis suggests he could have a big chance, especially from a good post within his Volt.
Okay. Another main contender.
BW Burger. Considered good enough for this level, expected to run well, and another one with a shoeing change flagged, specifically mentioned as a top 3 contender.
Right. And with the handicaps, there must be others with chances.
Oh, yeah. Holmes Odin ran a blinder last time, apparently. Some analysis is really keen on him from his starting position. Stoop Scarp looked good recently, too. Seemed to like some equipment changes.
What about those starting further back?
Horses like Grand Barks Born and Holtate Adam from the back handicaps. Trainer comments suggest they need luck just to get placed, but they have ability. And 16RG seems to be finding form. Could be dangerous with a smooth inside run.
So, V86-6 sounds, well, like a puzzle. High quality, lots of form horses spread across the start. Consensus seems to be it's very even.
Extremely even, yeah. Analysis suggests many horses could win if they get the right trip. A real head-scratcher.
Definitely. Okay, V86-7, Mare's Race. 2140-meter volt start, but no handicaps this time.
Right. And here, the analysis points very, very strongly to one horse.
Oh, yeah.
OG and Bros. She gets rave reviews in the material.
Yeah.
Powerful finishes, dominant form. It is her first time with a volt start.
Ah, okay.
But the analysis still thinks she's highly likely to get the lead, and if she does, some sources basically say she'll be almost impossible to catch.
That's a big statement. Who are the main ones hoping to challenge her, especially for that lead?
Iron Lady Zet is the key one. Highlighted for her ability. Seen as having the potential to really push Eugene Bros early. Trainer comments were positive, too happy with her form and her starting spot.
Anyone else in the mix?
Lucky Silver is noted for good form since coming back this year. J.H. Ellen and Anacott Steele mentioned for having form or ability. Anacott Steele might try racing barefoot too. Javel is seen as improved under a new trainer, gets a good driver. Analysis sees her as a contender, probably for a place behind the favorite.
And any value plays, any long shots flagged?
Vesterbo Cookie, noted for having good ability, but her odds might be quite long relative to that potential, according to some analysis. Makes her interesting.
So V86-7, analysis heavily favors Eugene Bros if she handles the volt start and gets the lead. But capable challengers like Iron Lady Zed are there to make her work for it, and others like Javel or Vesterbo Cookie could spice things up.
Pretty much sums it up. Okay, brings us to the last race. V86-8, Bronze Division in. Good class. Short sprint, 1640-meter auto start.
Feels like we're back to a race focusing on 2 main players here.
Very much so, according to the analysis. Eldorado Jet is the one getting the most attention. Heavy favorite, top pick across the board.
What makes him so strong?
Described as enormously solid. Can race uncovered, which is tough. Just really impressed recently, even from bad draws. And the stats, they love him. Consistently strong numbers.
Okay. And the main danger?
Clearly Diapper.
Yeah.
Based on class and raw speed, very impressive turn of foot. His last race wasn't smooth, had a troubled trip.
Right.
But his trainer sounds positive about his form now. Analysis says he's extremely dangerous if he gets clear racing room. Can finish incredibly fast over this short distance.
So those are the big 2. Anyone else relevant in a sprint like this?
Kilgore has a great inside draw, should get a nice trip, sit close to the pace, but maybe doesn't quite have the absolute top gear of the main 2. That's the suggestion. Cameron Hills is coming back from a break. Trainer says he feels good. Could be a factor if the top pair falter somehow, but he does have a tough draw for his return. And Azelix's Hans gets mentioned in the context of the early speed battle. Who might go for the lead?
So V86-ick looks like Eldorado Jet versus Diapper primarily. Short distance, auto start, fast pace guaranteed.
Exactly. And that fast pace could really suit Diapper's finishing speed if he gets a clean shot at them. The trainer comments add a bit of confidence there too.
Right. Well, there we have it. We've gone through all 8 races for the Romme V86.
Yeah, from the favorites and challengers to those potential party crashers at longer odds.
Hopefully that gives you a clearer picture, some key insights without having to read every single article and data sheet yourself. A bit of a shortcut.